space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilization, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hi and welcome back. So last time we'd got the mechanism working for raising both the nacelles when we go to warp. So now I'm starting to work out where all my lighting's going to go. So I need, obviously, for the warp in the nacelle, the blue light. So we'll be using a strip of NeoPixel in there so I can also do the warp flash. Buzzard collectors, there'll be a red LED in there. Got the navigation lights, red and green, and collision lights underneath on the nacelles to go. I need to order some 1mm SMDs for there, because 3mm LEDs are just going to be far too big. So that's what has to go in the actual each nacelle. Then we have the struts, so I need to take out, will it focus? So I've started already, I've cut out one, but I need to cut out all these little channels, just the back part. I'll put a screenshot up, that's only the very back of the impulse engines that glows red. Also need the red glow to come through here, so I need to cut a little piece out there so it illuminates to there. So that's all the lights need to go into the nacelle struts. Then we've got collision lights and navigation lights on the rear around here. That should be lit up. I need to check the shapeways if there's actually a room that'll be going in there. I hope there is, because that'd be handy. Because otherwise it's just going to be a big block of light. So I've got obviously lots of plastic to start carving up. Again, some SMDs to order. Need to work out exactly how many I need for the whole model. And I need to get my entire software written, so I'm going to get cracking. I think once I have the impulse engines cut out, we'll just have a look with a red LED in for how that effect looks. So I'll get back to you soon. Right, so I've got the impulse engines cut out now. See, it's obviously not in its final position, but I have put a bit of cotton wool in there to diffuse the light slightly, and I'm very happy with that. And also coming through from the back, I have some photoetch to go in there, but before I do that, I'm going to get all these parts I've been working on washed again, light blocked inside, and I think we'll get some photoetch attached, and then we'll have another look. Right, so I've got all these parts light blocked, so cut a black, cut a white inside. Notice I've left all the edges for where things are going to glue together, and where I don't want any paint, so it'll run through here. So in an ideal world, I'd be starting to fit some of my lights and my LEDs into these, but I've ordered some 1mm SMDs for the nav lights and some of the strobes. And I'm in the UK and God knows when I'll receive them. It could be up to a month till they'll arrive. So instead of just sitting here doing nothing for a month waiting for the post, I'm going to start getting on with adding in some of the, well, probably have most of the power graphics in, all this photoetch parts. So we'll get some of them added onto these parts and we'll have another look. Right, so I've got all the photoetch parts on these now. So we've got the transport emitters, a lot better than the flat detail. That's on both sides. I've got rear window. I've just added a little bit of putty at the top just to blend it neatly. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. Yeah, we can. Got the I think they're sort of like turbo vents, like on a runabout, but they're in the impulse engines. I've also to these added just a round piece of styrene for the extra detail that's not in the kit. I just used a little bit of old sprue to cut them. I've got, all I've got to do now, and this isn't from the kit, it's adding missing detail. There should be raised ridges on the rear of the nacelles, so I've got some thin strips of styrene cut out just to stick in place around there. So I'm going to get them stuck down. I want to, reason these are masked off, get the inside of these painted on both ends before they stick together, because once these go together there's going to be cotton wool diffusing lights, and I don't want primer, and then these are going to be covered with gunmetal, so quite dark. I don't want any of that getting on the, going through and getting on the cotton wool and darkening things, so I'm going to paint them grills first. So I'll get them painted up, get these bits stuck down, and we'll have another look at the modifications I've done on these bits. Right, so I've got my impulse engines painted up now. These will be a lot easier just to mask that part off later, so I don't get any overspray covering the cotton wool that's going to cover the lights, which, bring this close, you can see quite nicely there now. Can't quite make out the detail, but it's in there and lit up. I've put the extra detail on the back of these nacelles that we can see in the show, so that'll just add to them. Already seen that I've done the photoetch on behind the shuttle bay, the transport emitters and the rear window. So my next part is adding all the lights in, but until I get my 1mm SMDs I can't really move forward with this part, because like there's 2, 4, 7, 10 SMDs just to go into all this bit. So I'm going to wrap up on improvements to the nacelles, impulse engines for now, and move on to another part of the ship to work on, instead of sat here for a month waiting doing nothing. So for this time, thank you for watching. Next time we'll be starting on the main hull. But thank you. Keep trekking, keep modelling. Thank you. Bye bye.